Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Every guy's been there. You see a woman you're drawn to, maybe she's beautiful, elegant, mysterious, and something inside you wakes up. You start thinking, what should I say? Should I compliment her? Should I text? First, what if I'm it up? And before you know it, you're chasing your overthinking. You're giving her your energy, your attention, your time, hoping for a little peace offers in return. And what happens? She pulls away. She takes longer to reply. She gives you half smiles, half effort, and eventually silence. And in that silence, you wonder what went wrong. You blame yourself. You think maybe you aren't attractive enough, cool enough, rich enough. But what if I told you you never needed to chase in the first place? Because women don't fall for men who chase them. They fall for the ones who won't trigger something deeper. Something from all psychological, almost uncontrollable. A man who understands how the female brain works never has torn after her. She chases him because it's not about being flashy. It's not about saying the right pickup line. And it's definitely not about chasing. It's about presence, energy. Trick number 1. The power of emotional detachment psychological. It's about creating that spark in her mind where she starts thinking, why does he feel so different? Why am thinking about him? Why do I want his attention so badly when he's not entering? In this video, you learn February psychological tips that flip the game completely. These aren't surface level hacks. These are shifts in your behavior that speak to the part offer that logic can't reach. And once y'all play them, women won't just notice you, they'll feel drawn to you. They'll chase you. Not because you played games, but because your energy made it impossibly in it too. Let's begin. Let me ask you something no one ever dared to ask you. Have you ever sat back and wondered why, Evan, when you're doing all the right things, she still pulls away? Why you show interest, attention, kindness, and consistency, but she barely notices Yahoo giving her full energy to the guy gives her half. Why you're the one waste texting first, planning the meets, thinking about her before sleep, but you still feel like a stranger in her world. If you've ever felt that sting, that ache of buying gin bubble while somebody effortlessly gets her attention, you run it alone. But here's the truth. Mosman never realized attraction isn't a boot, it's about energy. It's about psychology, and most importantly, it's about what who don't do. Women don't chase the guy who's available 24/7. They didn't dream about the one who constantly validates them. They don't obsess over the man who gives himself away too easily. They crave the man who's calm under pressure, the one who listens more than he speaks, the one who never tries to prove because trick. Number A, create high status energy. Already knows his worth. That man triggers her imagination. He lives entry in Herman. Not because he forced his way in, but because she can't stop wondering why he really... What's he thinking? Why does he feel so rare? And that emotional curiosity, that silent desire is the fuel that makes a woman chase. Not with desperation, but with fascination. Not because she was told to, but because her psychology left her no choice. In this video, you won't fin pickup lines. On fine tricks or tactics that only work for a night, you're about to discover 5 deep psychological truths. The kind of subtle mental shifts that you into the man who no longer approaches because women actually feel drawn toward him. They seek him. They invest in him. They chase him. This isn't about playing games. This is about claiming your masculine energy. Owning your emotional gravity and becoming so grounded in who he is that you can't help but be pulled in if you're ready to stop chasing and finale bemith man. Women chase. Let's begin. Tip number 1. Show interest but with restraint.
Here's
what most men do. They meet a woman they like, and within days of sometimes hours they're all in texting her good morning and good night, complimenting her looks, telling her how they enjoy her presence. They make themselves emotionally available with a hesitation. It's well-intentioned but fatal. Why? Because the human mind craves mystery more than certainty. And women driven by emotional intuition are especially tuned to the emotional tension of a man. The more you reveal a print, the less room she has to fantasize, to wonder, to emotionally invest in. Understanding your true trick number 3, use scarcity to your advantage. Attraction is not about being cold. It's about being measured. You show interests, but you hold something back. You compliment her once and let Celin's death rest. You're kind and attentive, but not instantly available. You speak with warmth, but without urgency. Because when you hold yourself with quiet restraint, she leans in. She starts wondering is different. Why isn't chasing like of others? And that wondering plants the seed of desire. The chase begins, but now she's the one doing the chasing. Tip number 2. Be unpredictably.com. Let me give it to you straight. Masculine calm is one of the rarest traits in modern men. Most guys react. They rush to feel awkward silences. They have very explained themselves. They flink emotionally at every tiny shift in a woman's mood. And women, whether they realize it consciously or not, are repelled by that energy. Why? Because it screams, I don't have control over myself. But the man who walks into Thyssen trying to prove anything. The one who smiles only when he means it. The one who pauses, thinks, and speaks with intention. That man radio test control, presence, grounded power. Now combineth that calmness with a touch of unpredictability. You become magnetic. You laugh. Sometimes you go silent. Other times you didn't react immediately to every message. She can't pin down how you feel. And that stirs something powerful in her subconscious. It whispers this man is different. This man is centered. This man doesn't chase, he tracks. And the truth is she wants Tobe, the one trying to win you. Tip number 3. Live without needing control. Let's make some mebbing clear. Women don't want to be controlled. But they doctor leadership, not dominance, not force, but directional energy. The kind fatly comes from a man who knows who has where he's going and what he expects from life. When you say let's go here instead of where do you want to go. When you move with purpose. Not hesitation. Trick number 4. Master the art of mystery when you make decisions without seeking constant approval. She feels it, and that feeling it allows her to relax, to lean into her feminine, to let go of the mental load because you're masculine. Frame is holding space for her to simplify. But where most men mess this up, they confuse leadership with control. They try to dictate how she should behave, who she should talk to, how fast things hold move. Real leadership doesn't come from insecurity. It comes from abundance. You don't need to dominate her. You lead to show her that you don't need her to follow, but you want anyway. Tip number 4. Createments of charged silence. There's a language more powerful than words in dead silence, not empty silence. Not awkward silence, but charged intentional sense, the kind of silence that may heartbeat faster because she do know what's coming next. Most men rush to fill the space. They're afraid off hut might happen if they say nothing. Afraid she lose interest or feel uncomfortable. But women don't fall for the guy who talks the most. They fall for the one who makes her feel something without needing to speak. When you pause before answering, when you lock eyes and nothing, when you hold your own emotional space without scrambling. Tone her tone, she starts to feel the weight of your presence. It's in that silency that she starts to lean into fup to reveal more. That's when her emotional investment occurs because she's not just a king to hear herself talk, she's talking to win you. Tip number 5, stay just out of reach. District number 5, trigger. Her competitive instincts is the paradox of masculine energy. The more you give freely, the less it's valued. But the more you control access, not as a game, but as a byproduct of having a purposeful life, the more deeply women desire your presence. Mosman and Sefi feel a spark of mutual attraction. Throw everything in. They cancel plans, they double text. They bend their boundaries to keep her around. And that's when the shift happens. She no longer Hosea to chase because she knows she already has Ubit, a high-value Mendos and Kalapsiinto availability. How lives his life Hagards his energy. He gives affection but doesn't let her live. In his inbox, swarm when present but rare when absent. He's emotionally generous but he makes her rare in his consistency, and that's what triggers her. Deep, almost obsessive invis because she doesn't. No, and she see you again because you ran it always right there because she has to think about you to keep the connection alive. Then in doing the cheech chases. If you felt something shift while watching this, if a part of you recognized the truth in these psychological dips, then you're already ahead of 99% of men. Because attraction doesn't start with tricks or lines, it starts with energy, with awareness, with becoming the kind man who knows no longer chases because he doesn't have ego. And if you want to keep mastering that energy, if you want to come the man who commands attention without ever raising his voice, who think about y'all long after the conversation ends, then owes the tomato. Subscribe to this channel. Click that subscribe button right now and hit the notification bell because each video ID drop is carefully crafted to sharpen your mindset. Elevate bonus tip, plus closing thoughts your confidence and unlock this silent psychological use. Women are wired to respond to this unjust content. It's transformation if you let it be. You see, women don't fall for the guy who tries to impress them. They fall for Theon, who makes them feel something deep, something zebel, something unexplained. That's it about being perfect. It's about being polarizing, present, powerful in your stillness. When you live these step-ups, when you truly embody the calm, mysterious, high-value man, you won't just notice women reacting differently. You'll notice they are bending to me too differently. So remember, you don't chase. You draw intent, you don't prove you exist fully. You didn't become what she become, who you arene, leather fall for that. Until next time, stay grounded, stay sharp, and never forget the most attractive man in the room is one who needs nothing Buddha's a very thing within. And don't forget to subscribe True Stoic.